Hi everyone, just a quick thing, feel free to subscribe to the channel and follow me on LinkedIn for more dev content. The GitHub repository is just below in the description, so let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about BetterAuth, which is a simple solution to use, more simple than Next.js. So BetterAuth is an authentication framework for TypeScript, so we will use it in a Next.js application. Let's watch a little demonstration of this module. So I want to go to the dashboard page, which is protected. Okay, so I'm not able to access it. Okay, I want to sign in. I need to sign in to see the dashboard. So I click on the Google button. I choose an account. And now I am authenticated. Okay, I can see the sign out button. I sign out and that's it. Okay, you will see that it's pretty quick to configure it and to install. You just have to create a Prisma client. You can go on the documentation of BetterAuth and it will tell you how to do this automatically. You go to installation. You have to install BetterAuth to generate a BetterAuth secret. You just have to write your BetterAuth URL, which is localhost 3000 in my case. You have to create an auth instance of BetterAuth. We'll see just after. You have to configure your database and you can use an adapter. We will use Prisma with a Prisma client and the database will be PostgreSQL. To generate your database table, the minimum database tables, you have to put this command in the terminal. It will generate you a Prisma schema with user, session, and other model, okay, like account and verification if you want the verification on the creation of account, and the JWTs, which will be the keys for encrypt the JWT if you need one. In this application, we will generate a JWT to make a secure request to my backend API. So the BetterAuth instance, you have to create the auth.ts file. In this file, you have to call BetterAuth and put some config, like the database. You have to say, I want to use the Prisma adapter and put the Prisma client instance. You have to say which provider you want to use. In our case, PostgreSQL, because I generate a Docker database with PostgreSQL. You have to say which social providers you want to use, like Google or GitHub. You can see on the documentation that there is many others, and you can use email and password too, if you want. For the JWT, you have to add a plugin. The plugin is called JWT, and in my case, I just customize the algorithm of the encryption of the JWT. So this little file first. Second, the auth client file to generate an instance of BetterAuth but for client components. The Prisma file is just the creation of the new Prisma client, so it's not very important, but it's there. And you have to create the API folder in your app folder, okay, to permit BetterAuth to make some operation. So you have to create the auth folder in the API folder, and inside the all folder, and then the root.ts, okay, and those three lines, okay. So how it works? I got the navbar just here. In the navbar, I check if I got a session. by calling the auth method, auth.api.getSession, and I just have to put the headers in parameters of this function. And if I got the session, I can access to the user or to the session. Okay, so here I check if I got a user in this session. It means if I got one, it means that I am authenticated. So if I got a user, I just show the sign out button. Okay, if I'm not authenticated, I show this redirection button. The sign out button is a client component. When I sign out, I want to launch the clear token function, which is a function that will just clear the local storage. My JWT, my token, is registered in the local storage. So I just clear the token and I call the router.refresh. Why? Because if I sign out, I won't get a session anymore. Okay, and the router.refresh will check the middleware. The middleware is pretty simple. When I am on the dashboard page, which must be protected, I must be authenticated to access this page, I check if I got a session cookie. So to get the session cookie, I just call this function, which is imported from BetterAuth/cookies. If I don't get this session cookie, it will redirect me to the sign-in page. If I got this session cookie, I will be allowed to see that page. That's it. So when I disconnect from, when I kill the session, the router refresh, and then it won't find the session cookie, so it will redirect me to the sign-in page. Pretty simple. For the sign-in component, the sign-in page, just here, okay, it's a server component here. Here I used a client component, but you can use a server component. You won't use host client, okay, which is imported from the host client.ts file. You will use the host.api to sign in, okay, but there I use the client function. So I extract the sign-in function from host client, and I put this function in on an event of the button on click. Okay, so I just have to call signin.social, and I just have to say which provider I want to use and the callback URL. Okay, so when it goes right, I will be redirected to the dashboard page. And this is just the Google logo. You can see there, it's just this one. If you want to generate this card, you can generate it really quickly. You go to the homepage of BetterAuth and you click on Create Sign-in Box, and you can choose all field you want, email and password, and all other provider. Okay, and it will generate the code for you. You choose the Next.js one. It will generate the host.ts file, the host client file, and the sign-in component. Okay, so it's pretty cool, pretty simple. So last thing, if I want to make a request to backend, to my backend API, I must give my JWT and my token. So how I made it? I create an instance Axios, an Axios instance. Sorry. I just declare some function here, like get token. Do I have a local storage .get item with host token or not? First, I don't have one. Okay, so it will call this refresh token function. Okay, it's not only for refreshing a token; it's just to generate a new token. So I will check if I got a session, and when I call the host client that got session, if I check the response.headers.get set host JWT, I will be able to access to the JWT. So this token, I just want to put it in the local storage. That's it. And if I got it, you know, you see set token, it put it in the local storage, and normally it put it in the authorization to, yeah, just here. I put it at another place. Okay, const token, get token. If I got one, I put it in the headers, that authorization of the config. So it will be in the request. So on the backend API, I will be able to check if I got a token or not and decrypt it. To decrypt the token, I need the JWKS, which is a key to decrypt a JWT. So on the backend, this is just the only file. This is the main part to decrypt the JWT and verify if it's not expired. So to access the JWKS key, I must make a call to this address. You see that it's on my front end, right? It will be cached. The response will be cached. So the key will be cached on the backend. So you don't have to make the request at every front-end request, okay? It's not circular. Once you got it, it's registered, so it's stored on the cache. I say which algorithm I want to use to decrypt this token, so double verification, and that's it. If the token is expired or something went wrong, it's not a problem. If I got a 401 response, I will just make some error in the queue and call my refresh token function. Okay, that's it. After this, BetterAuth will make all the work. So with this, you got everything you need to handle the authentication of your website. We made it in just few minutes, so I think it's faster than Next.js. And you don't have to search in the documentation how to do this or this. The documentation of BetterAuth is pretty clear and it's pretty well done. So don't forget to check it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on LinkedIn. If you have some question, if you need some other demonstration on Prisma or other stuff, don't hesitate to tell me in the commentary. Okay, goodbye, see you.